Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Hello and welcome to the KVJ Friday After the Show podcast.
Yeah, Kevin!
Yeah, here we go. Weekend is here.
Woohoo, Friday!
Mm-hmm.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
You guys got any great plans for this weekend?
I'm going to the Breakers for brunch for my birthday celebration that continues.
Wow, okay. Just keep that thing going.
Yeah, baby.
That's some fun stuff. What about you, Bird? Anything going on?
Yeah, I got a couple ideas for some TikTok videos. I'm filming another scene from our KVJ horror movie on Sunday.
Nice, okay.
You know, the Lord's Day. Figured a little horror in there.
I'm making a TikTok today, too.
Nice. Yours will be better.
I got those pills last night. They came in the mail. Those deworm yourself pills.
Oh, right, yeah.
Fuck.
So I'm going to make a TikTok, and if I have worms, I'm going to show you them.
Okay.
All right,
Good for you.
There goes our TikTok numbers.
Yeah.
what we have.
I couldn't get tickets for the Family Fun Day or whatever they call it for the Dolphins practice tomorrow morning. I actually have tickets for the 7th, so I think it's next weekend. Next
Okay.
Saturday I'm going to try to go. So I got some there. So thinking I'm going to try to convince the Queen, maybe the fam, to go check out Marlins game with the Yankees in town. That would be fun,
that'd be
right?
good, yeah, because it'll be a good atmosphere because the Yankees will be in there.
Yeah. Well,
The-
there'll be some energy at least.
Yes, the energy of losing will be
Yeah.
gone at least.
Well, who knows? I mean, the Marlins might stick it to them. The Marlins are making some moves. I'm hopeful for the future.
Well, that's the thing about baseball. They play so many fucking games. Shitty teams can beat good teams sometimes.
Yeah.
They just play so much.
You never know. Yeah, baseball is continuing to do it wrong, unfortunately. Anthony Rizzo from Parkland, he might be with the Yankees this weekend, so that'd be kind of a cool thing to see. But, we'll see what happens there. But, yeah, it's so hard to like baseball anymore, Virginia. I know you feel the same way.
I never liked it.
Yeah, you probably think you've been right all along.
It's always been hard for me to like baseball, but
Yeah.
when Panda puts on a baseball game at bedtime, nothing puts me to sleep.
I get it. Baseball's lost its magic. Baseball
Yeah.
used to be. It really was America's pastime. There was
it was America's
special
sport, yeah.
back in the day.
America's
It's
favorite
lost
pastime.
that. It's lost it.
If I were commissioner in 5 years, I would fix the sport.
I feel like I could too.
Yeah,
And
but they won't change it.
I also feel like I'd be a good head writer for wrestling.
Oh,
I do.
I could see you doing
I
that.
got some storylines.
I could definitely see you doing
I
that.
would bring the Attitude Era back, Virginia.
What's the new group, AEW?
Yeah, AEW. I like them better than WWE because it's got some of the older school guys in there. Go ahead.
Panda's all excited.
Yeah, Jericho's in there.
Well, his new guy, his guy,
CM Punk.
CM Punk
Yeah.
is coming back
It's a big move.
to the AEW, not the WWE, because he hates Vince.
So it's kind of like the Senior Wrestling League. Is that what it is?
Yeah, no, it's really not. It's not.
not, okay.
No, they have a lot of young up and coming talent. It's just kind of like what WCW did and WWE and all the other ones that go against WWE. WWE usually wins because they're still standing, and look at everybody else.
Okay.
But yeah, I fucking love it. I would love to be the one that writes the storylines.
I guess like in a couple of weeks, it's going to happen where CM Punk comes back in Chicago, which
Yeah.
is his hometown. So Panda is literally giddy.
One of the last things CM Punk did in wrestling, Kev, was he broke the fourth wall. He talked about
he
things
did.
behind the scene.
And
That's
Vince
kinda neat,
McMahon
though.
hates
That's
him.
refreshing. You got to do different stuff.
Vince
It is.
hates him.
That's really what the
Yeah.
Attitude Era was. Back in the day, wrestlers would protect. It's not fake. No, it's not predetermined. They
Yeah.
would really protect that. And then it all blew up in the 90s and people knew obviously it was fake.
Yeah.
So they went with it and said, fuck yeah, it's fake, but it's entertainment.
Yeah, you've always got to kind of change it up. And I look at the leagues that are doing well. The NBA is doing very well right now, and they're changing it up. They're saying, look, you can't ever be set in anything. Baseball's like, we've been doing this for 300 years. Like, we've been playing baseball since the Aztecs.
They've gone the other way. They've turned into pussies.
Yeah, they won't do it. Sean asked real quickly, like, what changes would you make? I'll keep this under 15 seconds. You got to shorten the season. You got to have longer playoffs. You have to have a salary cap. The Dodgers, what they have right now, in fact, I'm going to break 15 seconds. The Dodgers have all these great players. Only the big market teams win. You got to have anybody year in and year out can do it. The NFL does that right. Because you get teams that come out of nowhere and they do well for a little while, and that makes it more exciting. If the same teams always win, if it's the Yankees and the Dodgers, it's no fun. Why am I a Pittsburgh Pirates fan?
I'd also make it harder for teams to trade their marquee players.
Yes.
Because back in the day, you loved a team and a franchise because there was a face of the franchise. They were there in that town for 10 to 15 years.
They were part of the community.
That builds magic,
builds community,
man. You take little things like that away, it starts getting shitty. It loses the magic.
Talk to a Marlins fan. They know that all too well.
That's why we have shitty fans.
And you got to speed up the game, too. People do love home runs. Those kind of things, and offense works. And softball is doing great, Virginia. The reason why it's a faster game. The bases are close together, and there's a lot of movement that goes on. People are just kind of standing around, and there being so much silence. Doesn't play very well. NBA is always trying to speed stuff up.
But to get boring I'll go 10 seconds, then I'll shut the fuck up, I promise. Baseball's destroyed itself within itself. The people running baseball is the reason why fans they're losing fans like me.
Have you ever thought about maybe doing a sports show?
I did. I was going to call it Jason's other show, Jaybird's other show.
That'd be funny.
I hear they'll give them out.
Yeah, I'm going to go
Actually, don't even say it, because you'll be in there and be like, Jaybird, so we understand that you'd like to do a sports show.
We heard you say Jason's other show.
Well, that's fine. They can sign me, but I can only talk about baseball players from the 70s and 80s.
How great that'd be all the artwork they had for my show. What if they just crossed my name out and put Jason, and there would be Jason's other show?
Paste my head over.
You could see, like, it's your face kind of over my face, and they would probably do that. Yeah. Another question RJ had asked, so how did your meeting go yesterday, Kev? You know what? Oddly enough, it went well. I was pleasantly surprised. It didn't go down the one path I thought it would.
Okay.
And it went down the path of kind of saying, hey, we need to get better systems in place, and here's how we're going to do it. And I like those kind of meetings. If I walk out of there saying, it's good we got together, I'm not against meetings. It's all fine. In fact, you need to communicate, but let's do it smart. And I was very pleased with that. So,
okay.
Yeah. So I... Happy that went well.
Maybe they heard you.
They heard the Dickie Rants rant.
They heard you on the podcast.
I need to start talking shit before I go into meetings. You think, okay, wait, he's coming in here. He's coming in here really.
He's coming in guns a-blazing. You better look out for Dickie Rants.
I think it worked, man.
I don't know what it was, but it worked out. I was very pleased with how it went.
Good.
And I got an email from Jessie, and I thought this was really good. She had some good stuff in here. She said, I'm loving your convo from Thursday's ATS podcast. I was saying amen, Kevin, while listening to your story about how you came to the realization that something had to give and that grinding all the time is not the answer. She said, I love my job, and I'm raising my children to see that rest is good and necessary.
Totally.
She said some tips that I've picked up. Tip number 1, if a meeting doesn't have a clear objective, and if you can't tell me in one sentence my role in the meeting, then I'm not going to be joining. Send me any relevant updates after via email. I got a lot going on, and I have to protect my time. Amen. Tip number 2, if I'm being called in to fix someone else's mistake, that person or team of people needs to think through no more than 3 ways to fix it and present them to me. I am not going to enable their behavior by allowing them to continually take advantage of my time, energy, and brain power because of their fuck up. Tip 3, identify the top few important initiatives that will have the greatest impact and go narrow and deep in those areas. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm in my mid-30s with 2 young children, and I'm so glad that I've learned this now. Jesse, those are some great tips.
Yes, they are.
So the only grinding I don't see anything wrong with is a little bump and grind.
That's right.
Yeah. Get all weekend long.
Yeah. So there you go. That's some good stuff. Thank you for that. So, yeah, you got the Yankees going to be in town playing the Marlins. That might be something we go check out.
No more baseball talk, Kev. They don't like it. The people don't like the baseball talk.
I was going to talk about other options for the weekend.
Yeah.
And then I do have some really good TV, and that's probably realistically what we'll settle on because I've got Ted Lasso on Apple TV, and I can do some Outer Banks binge watching on Netflix this weekend. Season 2 drops today.
All right. Mix in a little jerk session, too. If you...
I tried to get Magnolia to watch Outer Banks with me. She's already got a watch party planned at one of her girlfriend's houses.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Afterthought, Sinicki.
Damn. She don't want me to go.
Somebody wanted to know if I'm going to have some kale chips. I don't know. I'd love to. I'm out of kale chips
Dude,
right now, but I might go get some snacks.
I think you should call it Fuck It Up Friday. Get kale chips and them nuts you were talking about.
I will.
Go crazy.
I will.
Eat them unsalted nuts.
Yeah, I do. I get them unsalted too.
That's
There's
so
no salt on
fucked for a good Friday.
Yeah, I get them like they're roasted though.
If I don't molest a pizza tonight, something has gone gravely wrong.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's your goal, your big plan. That's fun though.
Yeah, I'm gonna really get into it.
Okay.
I'm gonna get in that pie.
Oh, Sean's doing some public wings.
Who is?
Sean is doing Publix wings. That sounds good. That's usually a Friday for me.
Sean of YouTube chat fame?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I might be going that route too. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to end up. There's so many possibilities, Virginia.
Good. I love that.
Yeah. This is a really thought-provoking email from Ashley about McDonald's. She said, you're talking about the old school Mickey D's, how fun it used to be. I got into that because I was talking about how Pizza Hut is selling online their cups from the 90s, the red plastic ones.
I think they're doing a bunch of stuff. I think they're selling shirts.
Well, it's smart. You know, there were places like that worked. And, you know, I'll kind of sum up her email, but she's talking about the new modernized McDonald's.
Bullshit.
And somebody put it up against what McDonald's used to look like. If you're watching KVJ TV, you know, there on the left as you're watching it, that is the new modern McDonald's. It looks like a freaking Starbucks. And then on the right, yeah, it looks like Goofy Kid Land.
Nothing was more fun than the McDonald Land playground. They had the best rides, the most fun. There's somebody on eBay selling the entire McDonald Land playground.
Oh, see, that's smart. Yeah, I mean, and so what's going on? And I think what they realize, this pandemic's going to change a lot of shit. Like, we don't want modernized. We don't want all this stuff. We want fun. We want happy. We want nostalgia. I could see like a hairband 80s looking kind of like that kind of bright clothing, just fun and goofy like the 1980s used to be, where it comes back because people are like, I need an escape. I don't want to feel like I'm continually working, and I walk into a McDonald's, I feel like I'm at my job.
Well, they changed the decor, and they started really promoting health shit. Now, I'm no rocket scientist. When I go to McDonald's, I'm not looking for health shit. Yes, have a few items on the menu, but don't make a Big Mac lover go, oh, these motherfuckers want me to eat a McFucking diet sandwich?
Give me a place where I'm going to have my cheat meal, I'm going to escape, I'm going to have smiles, my kids are going to play, we might want to take a family photo. Where you put like a great Instagram wall where that's goofy and has the characters in there. And, you know, that's where McDonald's should be going, down that lane of saying it's fun. How do we recreate it? I was telling you about the guy who put together Savannah Bananas. And their whole thing is a family experience, and they sell out every single game because they're always trying to say, how do we make the family experience affordable and more fun? And if that yellow tuxedo guy that runs Savannah Bananas took over McDonald's, I would promise you in 5 years, he would have McDonald's back to where it was, because he would take that same attitude as the Savannah Bananas, put it back into Mickey D's. Now they'd have to tear down all the modern shit they just put up.
That's okay. They can sell it to Starbucks and Panera.
Right, exactly.
Not gonna lie, man. I saw the writing on the wall when they killed off Grimace, when they killed off Hamburglar, when they killed off Birdie, and the French fry fuckers. All
Tell
those,
them. Preach.
I saw it, and then I saw, oh my gosh, what's this health shit? They're making the Big Mac smaller? What the fuck?
Yeah. I think that would be the way to go, because people right now that are just stressed and miserable and whatever, it becomes an escape now going to McDonald's. It's not about the food. It's about, my kids are going to smile. They're pumped up about it. It used to be when I was a kid, and if your parents are like, oh, let's go to McDonald's, you'd be like, yeah, and you go run into the car. You'd be like, this is awesome.
That's why I got a C in math. My dad goes, you get a C in math, we're taking you to McDonald's. C in math for me was pretty big deal.
Wow, okay. I thought you meant it brought your grades down. No, it brought your grades up.
C was the only one
okay.
where you fight to survive to get out. Am I
Yeah.
breathing? Did I pass? I got through it.
See, I really think that's where you should go. I think Pizza Hut. I think all these places that they've just kind of lost their way and their identity. And if there ever was a time to take advantage of it, now would be that time to say, let's create more fun in everything we do for these families and make it affordable.
Can we have some fucking fun with our fries?
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's it.
What they did instead is they expanded all the dining rooms. When you go into a McDonald's, do you ever see people eating in there at all those tables? They're all empty.
Look,
Yeah.
They got rid
Yeah,
of the
good point.
McDonald's Land's playground, which was the
Right.
best thing about McDonald's, and they made more boring seats and nobody's ever sitting in them.
instead of concentrating on making your dining room look fancy, let's concentrate on how we can make these milkshakes go down a little smoother. Because I break a fucking blood vessel every time I drink one of them.
Yeah.
Let's make it a little smoother.
Okay.
Let's concentrate on those problems.
Toffin said, what about a bucket of fries? I think bring that kind of stuff back.
oh,
That'd
come
be
on.
fun.
I love it, Toff.
Let's do a bucket of fries. I mean, that's just fun. When you see a bucket of fries coming at you, you're like, all right, let's do this.
Oh, my gosh. Oh,
Let's do this.
A bucket of fries.
Yeah,
Oh, a boff.
that's what we need.
I need to boff my brains out.
Yeah. So some really good thoughts there, Ashley. Like that. I got an email from Astor. She said, why is Nickelback hated so much? I know your station used to play their hits when they were hits many years ago, but not anymore, I don't think. I am not a Nickelback fan at all, but curious why they have the bad rep like they do today. Yeah, it would be interesting to see, if we did start playing them, because their hits, I think, were early 2000, 2002 up to 2004 is kind of like when they were really getting overplayed.
You know what I'm finding? The bands that have this going on, here's over, fuck yeah, everybody says eyes wide, motherfucking open. That kind of music, it tends to have people make fun of that. I think this voice is just a little too severe.
Yeah, well, it was funny
What
because
the hell is on Joey's head?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
it was ridiculous, and I think it was it Adam Sandler on SNL that kind of started spoofing it and really pointed it out how ridiculous it was.
He started doing that with Pearl Jam.
But I think that all of that genre, where everybody was really kind of singing that way, from the 90s, your Creed and, a lot of those guys. Here comes to Marie Silverchair. A lot of songs that really kind of hit then. Everybody was singing in that style.
Well, it's the same thing that happened with disco. Disco hit and everyone loved it because it was sparse. There wasn't a lot of it going on. Then everybody started doing a fucking disco record and people got sick of it. And then disco basically got knocked off the map. I mean, you hear little variables of it during songs now, but it's for the most part gone.
Right, and it just got oversaturated. And
I think that's what happened.
Yeah, that's always what happens with music genres, is because that is the industry. They don't want to take any chances, and so when something is working, they try to get everything in that same genre, and then you do it to the point you kill. I know with hair bands. What killed it for me was, I like the rock and more kind of like, the Rats and the Motley Crues and all that kind of stuff. And then they brought in your bad English, and everybody was doing these power ballads. And I'm like,
Which I like, actually.
Yeah, you loved all the pussification of my hair bands. And I'm like, I got to the point where I'm like, I'm hating it. And you needed something to cleanse the palate. And then they brought in the grunge rock, and that cleansed the palate. But then that got yeah, so then that got kind of ridiculous. So that's kind of, where it all went.
What the fuck is on Virginia's head?
A lot of hair dye and hair powder.
All right, we don't have to go down to depressing mode. You look beautiful and young. It's had a
There she
birthday.
goes.
You look like you're 30.
Yeah.
That's my new thing I just discovered recently, hair powder. Put a little bit on the part and a little bit in the hair. It lifts it up and makes it look fuller.
Just don't let it rain, because then you'll have a powder head.
You are right. If it rains, then you have black drip on your forehead.
I like that, powder head. I like that nickname for you.
There was a photo talking about that. I wish I could find it, of Fred Durst that's out today.
Where
was he?
Did he go to
looks-
Hair Club?
I don't know what he's doing. He must have gone to like Hair Club or something like that, but he did it to a point where I've got to find this photo. Where the hell is this thing?
I
Because
saw it.
It's long hair and a beard, right?
he looks like Mark Twain. And you're like, what happened to Fred Durst? It's just like, okay.
He looks weird.
He does. It's so kind of out there.
I've pulled up the picture. I've got it.
Sometimes people want to
Can
grow
you
their hair.
hold it up for KVJ TV?
Oh, it's on my computer.
So no, Kevin.
So no. But I can find it on my phone real
He
quick.
kind of looks like a young KFC dude. Colonel Sanders.
He looks like a young Colonel.
does.
He
Yes.
looks like Colonel Sanders, yes. Or like I said, I'm trying to figure out like who it is. It's either Colonel Sanders. Okay.
He looks like Colonel Sanders when he was just starting to mess with the recipe. That's where he circa that time.
Yeah. So if you look at this, that's the photo I'm talking about. If you're watching KVJ TV, that is Fred Durst. It's either Mark Twain or it's Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders circa like age 45, 50.
Yeah.
Just dicking around with the recipe. Just seeing what sticks.
Right. So he's hitting you up with one of those kind of mustaches that it starts with the mustache, but then it goes all the way down to his jawline. But then there's like nothing on his chin.
It's like a lazy goatee.
It actually looks like he would get a lot of KFC stuck in his mustache. It's one of those flavor savers.
Yeah, it's really kind of interesting. I guess he's 50 now.
You like the Durst? You want to get with that?
No, I ain't got no thirst for the Durst.
No thirst.
No, the Durst does not do it. This new picture, Mark Twain Durst, does not do it for me.
Yeah, somebody said he looks like he just got out of an Alabama prison. That's another way to look at it, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good.
So,
I don't get it.
there you go. But the hate for Nickelback, I think that was just it. I think their style was demonized. They were overplayed. People just got really kind of sick of it. But, I think they've handled it well. But I am surprised that some of the songs really haven't returned to the radio as far as I know.
It's also, and I'm just an outsider looking in here. Sometimes that soccer mom rock is fleeting. And it's rock and roll, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like safe. Soccer moms are fucking tearing it up.
Well,
drinking their White Claws.
Some bands will do that too, and I think they even recognize that. They will do the songs they like to do to scratch their own itch, but then they do the songs that they know pays the bills. And I think that Nickelback was doing that. They would do a harder song that they kind of liked, that maybe some of the rock fans would like, and then they would do a Photograph. I think Goo Goo Dolls was that way too.
Oh.
I think that, kind of they would
They
write
did.
some
They
pansy,
went pop.
Soccer Mom rock. And,
They did. They said, fuck this. We want to get paid.
Yeah, and I think originally, especially the bass player from the band, he wanted to do more of the harder stuff, and he was like, all right, I guess I'll keep paying the bills and playing the bass.
You hear this happen with a lot of bands where they all of a sudden they get that big hit, and they're used to people fighting in the crowd, and then there's little kids and soccer moms in the audience, and like, fuck, what's going on
They
here?
always say that. I was watching that Kiss documentary last
Yes.
week, and they were saying that just at some point we
Yep.
went from the younger, edgy kids, and then we look out in the crowd, and it's all kids in Kiss makeup, and it just got kind of weird.
But look, if you're surviving and you're making the money, I get that your fans may not like you, but you're doing what you got to do to sustain your career.
Yeah, no.
If it's working.
Right. Yeah, you just got to kind of do it. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't get the hate with Nickelback. I never thought they were. I just think it's like a typical joke that's cliche now.
Yeah, now
they're not my favorite, but they're not as bad as everyone makes them out to be. It's just not.
now I hate Nickelback jokes.
Yes.
The way I hate the people making the Nickelback jokes think they hate Nickelback.
It's cliche now.
I'm
you're making fun of Nickelback.
I'm like, don't make a Nickelback joke. Just stop.
You hack. Fuck.
It's too easy. Like, actually try to make a good joke.
Hashtag do better.
Do butter.
Do butter.
Because I'm gonna do butter all weekend long.
I bet you are.
I've seen just today, there were 2 trailers that I saw for movies coming out that look really good. They're both going to be dropping in November. One is King Richard. And that's kind of cool for us because it's the story of Serena and Venus Williams, and Will Smith plays their dad, Richard.
Oh.
Yeah, Richard Williams. So that's kind of what it is, and that's why they call it King Richard. But, it looks like one of those great, it's a Will Smith movie, or he's playing that. There's got to be a great, interesting story behind how he got those girls
Oh, sure.
to play tennis like he did, and what that was like training them. And then, they moved from Compton to South Florida, and, I think there's probably just a lot there to unpack and make a great movie out of. And with Will Smith taking the lead of their dad, I think that's going to be good. And the other movie that really jumped out at me that I thought looks like, man, that's got some potential is House of Gucci.
Oh, with Lady Gaga.
Oh my gosh, have you seen this?
That's going to be a great movie.
Check this out. It's got Lady Gaga, Adam Driver, from the recent Star Wars movies. It's got Jared Leto playing somebody that looks nothing like him. If they didn't say with Jared Leto, I'm like, that's Jared Leto? It's like a dude that's bald and fat, and he's almost doing like the Tom Cruise thing did in Tropic Thunder.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's going for one of those awards.
He is. This movie will win awards.
What's it called?
It's
House of Gucci.
Yes.
Oh man, there's definitely gonna be a porn.
It's about all kinds of the crazy stuff that happened in the fashion empire of Gucci.
Right.
How long does House of Gucci come out in the porn industry? Probably 3 months after?
It's already out.
It's probably out.
House of
probably
Gucci.
Already made. In fact, they probably got this name off of House of Gucci. They're like, that sounds a lot like Gucci. Why don't we do House of Gucci instead of House of Gucci? Al Pacino's also in it, and so Salma Hayek.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's got an amazing cast, and it's coming out November 24th. That is the release date. So they're going to drop that on you on Thanksgiving and really kind of crush it for the Christmas season. So it's kind of exciting after we didn't have any movies last year that you could go see. I was like, okay, they've got some on deck. Both of those look really good.
Side note, no one really ever says coochie anymore. You notice that? I don't. It's weird. No one ever says it.
Let's bring it back.
Like McDonald's.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's bring back fun McDonald's and coochie.
I'm totally with you.
It's funny the stuff we get behind.
Yeah, I'm dying on this hill.
Yeah, we get these things going here. Let me see. Got an email from Mia. Said, hoping you guys got this message, all the email problems you've been having lately. But remember that time Virginia was gone and Jaybird hugged Kevin during the beginning of the pandemic when he had COVID? The reason he hugged Kevin was because you guys did that amazing improv back and forth where Jaybird just asked Kev a bunch of questions off the top of his head. And Kevin gave his quick, witty responses. Could you guys please do that again in today's podcast? You're seriously so damn witty and smart. Oh, boy. I don't even really remember what it was.
I don't know what that is either. I really can't.
We'll have to check it out.
Can you give me a weekend to figure out what the fuck you're talking about?
Yeah, let's go back and listen to it when you hugged Kevin and figure out why.
That'll be real easy for me to find. Oh, shit.
Yo, somewhere during the pandemic that's gone on for the last 16 months.
Yeah, I'll dig through
if Kevin had COVID, it was August.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Cool. All right, maybe you can look through it then. You seem to have the fucking answers.
Yeah, she's on it. She's trying to help you out.
I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
What did you have planned this weekend? Cancel it now. Yeah, you're going to go do that. Yeah, if we can figure that out, we'll check it. Ashley sent us an email saying, I just wanted to see if you'd spread the word about the local kids farmers market on the Treasure Coast. It's a group of young and up-and-coming entrepreneurs, all under 18, showcasing and selling their baked goods, crafts, art, and more. It's going to be at the Hobe Sound Farmers Market Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. My son Landon's going to be there with his homemade gourmet jumbo cupcakes and whoopie pies.
Ooh, I love them whoopie pies. I get them all the time.
Okay, he's going to have triple chocolate, red velvet, and Fruity Pebbles jumbo cupcakes.
Fuck.
Reese's Devil's Food whoopie pies.
Make sure you tell your kid that that's what Jaybird said.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What did Jaybird say about it? He said fuck.
Really slow and low. Fuck.
Yeah. So there you go. Just a heads up that most vendors at this market are cash only.
Okay.
If you want to check that out, thank you.
Oh, gosh. Those are the kind of places that I walk out with $150 worth of snacks. Just all kind of brittle and fucking cupcakes. And
whoopie pies.
Whoopie pies.
Yeah, you could
pecan
definitely.
rolls.
You could destroy your diet.
That's why I like.
this weekend.
That's why I like going to the fair. I go to the fair for the food, but I go I'm not even the deep fry stuff anymore. I like taking all the packaged stuff you can bring home with you. And fuck it up that way.
Snacks later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That popcorn we brought home was good.
Okay.
We brought home some specialty gourmet, fresh popcorn from the fair.
Had a couple late Feel Good Fridays come in. Natasha had sent this in, said, I'm taking my son Nathaniel to Magic Kingdom for his first birthday tomorrow. I'm going to spend the weekend with his grandma and great-grandma. Love you, Gordo. So that sounds like fun.
I could not believe the excitement I had the first time going to Disney World. It was something that was over the top. Could not believe it. We were late bloomers. I didn't go till I was like 11. And everyone had gone but the Penningtons. We could not believe it. It was so awesome, but we were on a budget. We had 4 kids go. We all had to share a small Pepsi.
Oh, man.
And, of course, my brother would fucking down it because he was the biggest.
And also, we had Feel Good Friday saying, my Feel Good Friday is that my autistic son spoke his first full sentence.
Awesome.
Wow.
That is cool.
Big news.
Yes. So that is really cool. Thank you very much for sending those in. I can do that on the app, and the email is actually working again as well. It's good stuff.
All show long, I couldn't see this on the regular show, but I keep looking at Kevin's shirt, and it looks like it says Fuck Buddy on it, but it's Funky Buddha. But if you look at it quick, it looks like Fuck Buddy.
Does it?
It does.
You see what you want to see.
I was going to say.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't know.
You need to get laid.
He's sexualizing me again.
No, I'm not sexual. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking the truth. Though. It's my truth.
You just want Kevin to be your fuck buddy.
I would never want to have sex with Kevin. Too close.
Not sober, at least.
Yeah, if we had, it'd just be one of those weird nights, Virginia. But we'd be okay to do a show together the next day.
I'm just saying, glance at his shirt and kind of squint. It says
Is this
fuck
what
buddy.
you all see?
It says fuck buddy.
It says fuck buddy.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, Kevin.
That's all right. Never look at it the same.
At least somebody wants to fuck you.
All right, you guys have an amazing weekend. See you back here next week. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.